Hi guys, we're going to hang and we're going to do a hand study again. And the reason why is, I don't know, we're just hanging and doing a hand study again. Because why not? Practice makes better. Repeat after me. Practice makes better. And I think as artist or non-artist, it's fun to hang out and to practice together. So that's what we're going to do. My thoughts, quick tip. In my process, I do love, you're seeing it right now, I do love to use my red pen. And I was thinking more about it, and it's kind of this beautiful in-between. It has the color density of, say, a mechanical pencil, but it doesn't give you the permission to erase over and over again. So when it comes to doing studies, it's really helped me to have the non-committal red pen, which is funny because I think teachers made the switch from the red pen to the blue pen because there was too much negative connotation when it came to the red pen. So I think it's just funny and ironic that the red pen for me has become something of a safety net, something that's given me permission to make mistakes. Isn't that poetic and just beautiful and amazing? Our handy dandy red pen, get it? Anyways, I think it's cool, and maybe you too will want to use this technique of having, honestly, it doesn't have to be a red pen, it could be any kind of pen, but I have been loving this as a part of my process, especially when it comes to sketching. Something else that I was thinking of when it came to practice, I don't know about practicing digitally. I did do a lot of anatomy practice digitally, and I think that's fun for like a full body anatomy. But when it came to hands, actually, let me think. What are the pros and cons and the differences between digital practice and on paper practice? I think on paper, my only limitation and like the thing that gets stuck in my head is like I'm wasting pages, I'm wasting paper. And I think that's why digital practice was so much fun. But also I felt like when it came to hands, at the very least, I don't know, like the ability to erase too easily on digital could have hurt the quality of my practice. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like thinking about that whole process. Hopefully I'm making sense. Or even if I don't make sense, I don't make sense, and that's okay. So I don't know, it's kind of just what dynamic you want to choose, but I've just been loving practicing anatomy on paper as of recently. And even if I don't do well, I can still make a patch page. So there's still a form of recovery. Whereas in digital, I feel like I just get stuck in the screen, you know? Like if you get stuck on a page, you're just like, that's an ugly page. That's some not so cute anatomy. I can cover it up or move on to the next page. Or I could just close my sketchbook and all will be well. But I think when I'm going digital and practicing digitally, I really need to either put a timer on to just stop working on this particular thing of anatomy, which is why I did my 15-minute series of anatomy studies, because that really created good limitation for me. Otherwise, when I'm in the screen, when I'm in the digital, I could pretty much work on that forever until I just get so crazy exhausted and stuck in my head and just feel the complete and utter whirlwind of imposter syndrome. And that is no fun. So yeah, maybe I do recommend, if you can, move your practice into the sketchbook or try both. I think we did hit the workarounds. The workarounds for the sketchbook is close your sketchbook, make a patch page. It'll all be okay if you make mistakes there. And for digital, I prefer in my process to set a timer, or else I could just stay there forever. When it came to this session of working on hands, I'll admit I was on the struggle bus for some of them, but I think I've been getting better at just letting practice be practice. And even if it's like an ugly-ish hand, or if it doesn't anatomically make sense, and honestly, do not look to me for any strict anatomically correct rules. Like, I've done no muscle studies of any sorts. I am just kind of building up my intuition. That's what practice is, really, for me anyways, is I sometimes will say muscle memory, but it is really just building up intuition. Throughout this whole study, I was trying to be very careful, and really for any of the studies I do is not just to mimic the shapes of things. I could reference something and pretty much mimic the shapes and the proportions that I'm working with and then duplicate that onto the paper, but really being intentional and realizing where the knuckles line up, where a thumb is usually aligned in terms of the hand, like how far down, how far up, how big the palm of your hand is in comparison to your fingers, the shape of your wrist. And I don't know if I'm explaining that quite as properly as I'd like to, but I do think there is a difference between very intentionally looking at something and noticing the details rather than just mimicking the shapes and proportions. Hand studies can be so much fun, and I think they're a really great way of filling up pages in your sketchbook. Sorry, like I'm literally looking at my phone right now. I'm looking at the hand study, so if you guys are seeing me look down, it's just because I'm pondering, I'm thinking, you know. Sorry if you're not about people looking at their phone when they're talking to you, but I mean, we're just chilling, right? I wonder if I should do a study without references and test to see how my intuition is. I've gotten really good at drawing peace signs. I don't know why, but I just they're just so much fun to draw. I think my weakest type of pose when it comes to hands are these ones, or this one. Any like this is difficult for me. Any of the ones where your fingers are pointed towards you, I'm not very good at that. I could practice it, but it's hard to go into it and know you're already bad at it. But I guess that's the point of practice. Again, well, this was fun practice. And I think in my next like little video, actually I have to work on a write with me video for my webtoon. I've just been really bad at editing it because it's a very long video and it's not very exciting because I'm not drawing, I'm just writing, I'm just coming up with ideas, so it can be very hard. I don't know, I wonder if people are going to find entertaining. I haven't gotten a lot of feedback on my write with me's, but it is something that I want to just do because I want to involve people in the writing process, and then I'll make little shorts and videos of said writing process, all like the little lores that we come up with. So yeah, anyways, it's a little late, so I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna edit this video and then I'm gonna go to bed. So y'all have a good night, and I hope you enjoyed this hand study. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.